In 2019, I think it was, I discovered what LNG was, and I wanted a tanker. So I basically Googled and found a tanker, went to Poland, picked it up, bought it back into the depot. Eventually we got that tanker into the terminal, we filled it up, and we started working. Our first customer was a Spanish customer, and we moved a few tons of LNG for them, and the rest is history. It was a steep learning curve for us, for our drivers, for our training department. The connection with National Grid to actually get in the terminal and get the tanker qualified for UK use was a steep learning curve, but it was one that was exciting, and it set the journey for where we are now, really. If it wasn't for that one tanker, we wouldn't be here. So AD Fuels was an idea of five of us. Myself, which has got a transport background through waste management, and my colleague Mick, he also worked alongside me for a local waste business. And then you had Trevor, who is owned his own business since the 1960s. He's got an MBE for training, so he's very, very good at helping in our training schools, which incidentally we've also just got a CPC accreditation, so we can be a CPC training school. And you've got Martin, who is a financial guru, works with distressed businesses, which is how I met him, because he came into that Crouchlands business. And then you had Steve, who is our FD. He has been involved in transport, logistics, finances, and part of a very large organisation for 25 years. So he knows everything about truck finance, truck world, maintenance, expenses, etc. So the five of us come up with the concept of AD Fuels. Very niche, very diverse, different type of haulage business, moved us away from general haulage. So renewable fuel transport has developed slowly, shall we say. The development of the 6x2 tractor unit back in 2019, when Iveco and Volvo brought to the market their trucks, changed big operators' ability to be able to do something different. So the likes of Asda and John Lewis and Tesco's and DHL and Gregory's, they all started looking at, right, there's something out there. So they looked at the LNG market, they looked at the CNG market. But how's it changing? There's a here and now fuel, and that is LNG and CNG. It's here today. If you go and buy a truck, it's not £1 million more expensive than its diesel equivalent, but there's a lot of environmental savings by doing that. There is financial savings over the time life because the fuel is cheaper. Well, our plans for development are to continue growth in this sector. We've looked at the CO2 market, and we've recently purchased a few CO2 tankers, and we're actively working in the CO2 market as an independent haulier. That's an area of great investment for us. We see the anaerobic digestion sector that we're involved with for CNG also now looking to capture their carbon and liquefy their CO2. So natural growth with CNG is more AD plants looking to get the royalties from their gas, potentially inject it rather than use it on site or put it into electricity, potentially move it and enhance royalties more by homegrown gas. So AD Fuels operates nationally. There is some ideas to go international at some point. When that is, who knows. So nationally at the moment, the furthest job we've done is the Isle of Skye. We have gone over to Europe and we've loaded tankers with LNG, because there's only one loading terminal in the UK at the moment. So if that one has a problem, there is a big problem. So we've tested the water and made sure that we can get abroad and get back, so we can keep resilience for our customers. Yeah, so there will be plans to expand. Currently we have a depot in the south of England, and we've opened another one in the Isle of Grain next to the terminal. Helps, obviously we're local. We've opened another one in Rushden, and we've opened another one in Newark, and another one in Basingstoke. So we're spreading our wings. Eventually we'd like to have something up in Scotland and Ireland, and then once we've done that, then let's look at Europe. The company's ethos, well, probably the biggest strapline we've got is safety first, safety always. The next most important thing is a family business. Every employee has voice, every employee is listened to, every employee is trained, spoken with, their opinion counts, and I don't ever want to get to the size where you're just a number.